Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to an all-new reaction and review. Now, for everyone who watched my previous episode, which was the Forest Warrior episode, you might happen to remember I said that that channel is run by two people. Yesterday I did an episode from one half of the pair running that channel. Today I'm doing the other half of the pair, which is a buddy of mine. He's been a friend for a few years, Darkness the Curse. I guess I should tell you exactly how he came to telling me about tonight's film. I should mention, first of all, he has pet tarantulas. He apparently likes to collect really creepy-ass animals as pets. And he apparently was on like a bunch of like message boards and websites, and he came to me and said, "Emmer, this film is absolutely despised by people who keep tarantulas as pets." And I asked him why, and the one thing he told me is because they actually kill tarantulas on camera. I have no idea if any of that is true. I asked him for a few more details. He said, well, it's a film about William Shatner killing tarantulas. And I was sold, because for some reason I think it's going to be funny to watch as Captain Kirk crushes spiders. Just saying. Tonight's film is from 1977. It's called Kingdom of the Spiders. And I've just told you guys everything that I fucking know about it. It has William Shatner and he kills spiders. That's it. And apparently the spiders were actually killed on camera, which I didn't mention this before, but there actually was a tarantula who was chopped in half in Cannibal Holocaust, and it didn't faze me because I don't care about tarantulas too much. So I am not sure if this film is going to revile me or nauseate me or anything. I'm just going to have to sit back and just see if it's any good. So folks, without further ado, it's time to sit back, relax, and check out Kingdom of the Spiders. Okay, I would just like to say right now, this song is kind of catchy. It's got that like rock country 70s thing going for it. I actually am able to respect that. The song's kind of catchy. You know, folks, I actually was kind of hoping for this movie to be interesting or, you know, a little bit different. And you would almost think a horror film about killer spiders would be, you know, at least interesting. But no, there's nothing going on here. Okay, I would just like to say this right now. This fucking mayor of this town doesn't want to screw with the county fair, so if there's something deadly going on this farm, he doesn't want it to be quarantined immediately. That makes zero sense to me. Just seems borderline retarded. Did William Shatner just pinch that little girl's ass? I swear to God, I just saw him pinch a little girl's ass, and when I mean little, I'm talking like maybe 7 at best. Wow, Shatner is a creepy ass motherfucker now, you know, isn't he? You know, I seriously have a feeling that burning this spider hill is not going to do anything. But then again, that actually is because there's still about an hour left to this fucking thing. So now our spiders have gone from eating cattle and dogs to eating, well, I'm not going to assume eating, but just killing people and then covering them in webs. Okay. I guess that makes sense in some goofy way. Hey folks, I'm gonna say this right now. Do you hear that? That is a man making that fucking scream. That is just almost hysterically bad. The fact that they have this pilot and he screams like a fucking girl. That is just... God damn it, man. Wait a minute. Wait a fucking minute here. You have a spider on your hand. Instead of just, like, brushing off the fucking thing, you're gonna shoot it off your hand. Oh. I'm speechless. I really am speechless to how stupid that is. Wait, how the fuck does she know that chemical fire extinguishers are going to kill them? Because it has already been established that pesticides aren't going to kill them, fire isn't going to kill them. How the fuck do you know that a fire extinguisher is going to do shit? Oh, thank you God, the movie's done. Folks, I swear to God, I don't think I've ever been this happy. But then again, that's also because the song's kind of soothing, and I kind of need that after all of this shit. Okay, let me turn this goddamn movie off. Oh, come on, close it. Okay. There we go. For some bizarre reason, the music kept playing even after I closed that tab. Anyway, folks, it's time to talk about Kingdom of the Spiders. First of all, I would like to say that I've never been a big fan of these sorts of films where it's basically nature turning on man. I mean, I've seen a handful of them where it's bees or it's snakes, or I've seen, well, this is my third one involving spiders, and this one was the worst out of all three. But that's partially because the other two were Eight-Legged Freaks and Arachnophobia, which were both horror comedies, which means that they weren't trying to play up this whole fucking spider thing seriously. This thing, on the other hand, is trying to play it up as straight as possible, which doesn't help when you're just basically trying to go and, like, hand wave every single, like, issue when it comes to trying to have a fucking army of spiders attacking a small town. And the reasons for all this is just so flimsy and stupid that it's almost frightening that somebody would actually write this and think it was a good thing. Allow me to explain. The reason why these spiders, who apparently some of them were traveling as far as 3,000 miles to get to this small town in fucking Arizona, is because us, people, and our horrible and evil DDT and pesticides and all this other shit have killed all of their prey, which I guess means that we've killed every insect on the goddamn planet. So now these tarantulas all had to go to this itty-bitty town in fucking Arizona and start feeding on cows, dogs, mice, and people. Okay? I know it sounds really fucking stupid, just play along. They also did a test on the snake venom at one point, and I'm not sure if this means anything because I don't know how toxic tarantula venom is in the first place. But they said, oh my God, this venom is 5 times stronger than it should be. Okay. Would have helped if you'd have told us, like, how much it would have taken to actually drop a person. Like, how many bites normally, and then we can, factor exactly how bad that is. But no, they fucking didn't. The writing, well, I actually have already stated, they tried to take spiders taking over a small town and they tried to make it a serious issue, when in all honesty it should have been played up at least as like a dark comedy, a horror comedy, something of that nature, because frankly that is the only way you get any sort of enjoyment out of this film, and I just do not see that. I do not see any actual attempt to make this movie interesting, entertaining, or fun. And really that is a little bit of a shame, because this thing could actually have been great. It could have been. The acting, well, naturally, seeing as how it started, wow, it got dark kind of quick there. I guess I should have had my lights on instead of letting the sun pour in and naturally light this. Well, you guys don't have to see me as I talk about this, and hopefully that cloud will pass in a moment. Anyway, naturally, seeing as how this thing stars William Shatner, the acting was bound to be shit, at least from him, but the rest of the cast sucks just as badly. You know, I actually am just looking at my little monitor here as I'm filming this. This is just awful. Where the fuck is the sun? There we go. Now it's starting to come back. Sorry about this, guys. It's sort of a technical issue, naturally, I'm talking like a natural technical issue because I was too lazy to turn on my lights. So anyway, the acting is just poor across everything, and that is another thing which is just sort of hobbling this, film. Really, there's almost nothing positive about it. I should mention, I was told that this film is hated by people who keep tarantulas as pets because of all of the ruthless and horrible tarantula deaths that happen across the course of the film. I'm going to tell you, there's maybe only about 3 or 4 scenes where you actually witness tarantulas being killed, and even then, most of them are being stomped, and it's from a distance. They never actually have it like really, really close, and you can see the guts and shit. And then there's a couple of scenes where the tarantulas are on the fucking road. You can see cars driving by, and you can tell that these tarantulas are getting fucking run over. Frankly, I do not care because they're fucking tarantulas, and I kind of sort of put tarantulas as pests. Now, I was talking earlier about how I've only seen a handful of these sorts of films, and the one thing that really does make the whole spider thing a problem, and I've already talked about it, is the fact that spiders are, or rather at least tarantulas, are usually docile. They honestly are not that aggressive, and they are loners, and they basically explain both of them, as I stated with the whole thing about pesticides. And another thing is that you can't just go, okay, I'm going to make a movie with spiders and expect it to be scary. First of all, you have to do something with it. Example would be, I'm going to go back to the 2 I mentioned earlier, which were Arachnophobia and Eight-Legged Freaks. Now, first of all, we have Eight-Legged Freaks, which was using giant CG spiders at one point, and that actually kind of made it a bit more interesting. And then we have Arachnophobia, which had black widow spiders, which everyone knows are fucking deadly. All right? Tarantulas are neither of those. Tarantulas are just fucking furballs with fangs and 8 legs. It doesn't work. It's not that frightening. And the pacing on the story is so horrible that you honestly are going to be bored to tears before you actually get to witness your first serious tarantula kill. I mean, because everything else is always just corpses, laying down. A dog is laying down. Whoopee. Fucking bull shows up and he's covered in spiders. Well, that's nothing. You really are going to start to care when you begin to see them putting cocoons around people. And that takes so long that you're just not going to care. Honestly, guys, this is going to pain me to say this, but I watched this on YouTube. Somebody actually uploaded the entire movie as one video, and that's the only way I'm going to watch movies off of YouTube. I want to make that clear right now, is if it's in one massive video, just so that way I don't have to go hunting for parts. And I'm going to put the link in this video's description. You guys can go check it out. I don't know why in the hell you would want to, but if you seriously want to just witness how bad one of these movies can actually be, that's probably the best way to do it. So, folks, with that, we come to the close of another reaction and review. I'm hoping that the next movie is at least decent, because the last couple have been just absolute shit. So, folks, until next time, take care, and I will see you all in the near future. Peace.